first drive of the car since I did all of the shifter modifications and everything, and with my new energy suspension polyurethane lower control arm bushings. And I gotta say, the car feels amazing. And you know, I probably kind of ruined the review of each individual component by doing a bunch of stuff at once, but I just gotta say that the shifting feels so perfect. I can't even really, I'll never be able to describe it on camera, but you would just have to experience it for yourself. But over the stock shifter, it is so much more precise, it's so much more notchy, it feels so, it's got such a positive engagement. And that's really the only thing I can say about it. It's just, it feels so right and natural. It's not as sloppy as it was. It's just, it's really, you know, a really wonderful bang for your buck. Oh my goodness. Like, it feels like a completely different car. Like, that's really the only way I can explain it. And I'm gonna chalk that up to the lower control arm bushings for sure. I think the next thing I'm gonna do, since I did the lower ball joints, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the tie rod ends, because they definitely need to be done, and the car definitely needs an alignment. Like, I got the steering wheel cocked that way to the left, and I'm driving straight right now, so definitely gonna need a front end alignment after this is all said and done for sure. I really didn't think that I would need an alignment, but I guess it also kind of makes sense that I would need one. So, but no big deal. We'll get an alignment done after everything is completed and installed. So doing tie rod ends, they're so simple. I may do a video about them, but literally it's a cotter pin, a bolt, and you hit the old tie rod out and then untwist it and put the new one on. It's so easy. It's ridiculous. It's one of the easier things to do to a car, especially a front wheel drive one like this. So I can't speak the same for every other car, but on this car in particular, it's super easy to do. So I may do that in, you know, a month or so. Not super duper worried about it right now because we're not doing anything because of the coronavirus. But right now I'm headed to O'Reilly's to just drop off some oil, doing my part to help the world and recycle all my used oil. I think for once I might just pick up some air fresheners. So yeah, guys, I really don't know what else to say. I don't even know when I'm going to where I'm going to put this video, or when I'm going to put it up, or how I'm going to add it into something, but I'll figure out some way to like add it into something, I guess, and just kind of, you know, just sharing my thoughts about how I feel about the hybrid racing shifter upgrades that I've done that you guys would have seen in the previous videos, and the energy suspension lower control arm bushings. The car feels more solid. Like, that's all I can really say. Like, and I'm probably just repeating myself at this point, but I mean, really, just like, it's perfect. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. Oh, and the brakes are working. Like, I totally forgot to even test those because I put on some new rotors and everything, but there's no reason why they wouldn't work. So I mean, I really didn't know where I was going to go with it, but I just wanted to share my thoughts about it. If you're thinking about doing this upgrade, I know you guys, you know, I know I said a lot of this in my previous video when I was installing the lower control arm bushings, but it is a pain in the ass. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It truly is. But is it worth it? Absolutely. Just for a sheer driving experience that you get from putting them in. I mean, I don't even notice anything different about the car as far as its drivability. Like, it didn't like change it up to where it's like harsher to drive or anything like that. It is tight. It just really just kind of draws the car up and makes it a lot more responsive and feel a lot more planted when you are accelerating, which I can't accelerate super hard right now because of my issue with my passenger side wheel stud that I ended up stripping out, which I'm not blaming I mean, I can only blame myself for that, but I'm just going to chalk it up to just, you know, bad luck. So I mean, it's just something that happens. Plus, you know, I've had these wheels off and on 1,000 times. These are the factory wheel nuts. So really, I mean, it was going to happen eventually. So yeah, ARP studs definitely going to be happening in the future. I'm just not 100% sure when, but we'll get that taken care of when we get it taken care of.
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
And the Moog ball joints that I showed in that video are not correct for this car. The second time was way easier than the first time. Really? It just fell out.
For my Forester, EJ25. Yes, real apologies. We've got the whole engine. We just need a bit of help getting it to work.